Hi there, I'm Minako, a Nicobarus, that is a cat Cerberus, VTuber that's been studying Japanese for a long time. This is the first part in a video series where I talk about words in Japanese that you think might exist but actually don't, why that is the case, and what you can use instead. So yeah, visual novels. Personally, I've read Tsukihime and Fate Stay Night. I adore Umineko no Nakokoro ni, and I've also enjoyed some shorter ones like Sayo no Uta and True Remembrance. Also, I really like this one untranslated visual novel called Cornucopia, and I wish it had an English translation so more people could enjoy it. If I could clone myself, I'd volunteer to translate it. But what if the term visual novel never actually existed? It's possible that nowadays the term visual novel might be catching on in Japan now thanks to Steam using Bichuara Nobero as a game tag and Wikipedia having a page for it. Or maybe it still isn't. In my experience, even today, this term means nothing to the majority of Japanese otaku. Generally speaking, this word actually doesn't have a good translation in Japanese. I know, it's sort of ironic. Didn't they create the thing? But hear me out, there's a reason for this. So actually, there is a Japanese history to this word. The game company Leaf made a Leaf Bichuara Noberu Shirizu, which had 2 heart, and Leaf's full of great stuff. I really like Utawariru Mono. I played that one a little bit. Is that why I have ears like this? Anyway, somehow, in English, we picked up visual novel from this, apparently, which includes 2 Heart 1 and 2, which were pretty popular. No other Japanese companies use this term to describe their games, and also, no fans of these types of games use the term either. In a way, this is kind of like how English picked up the word hentai to refer to not safe for work content when Japanese don't use it that way. It has a broader meaning in Japanese, but somehow in English we imported this term and use it just for... Anyways, this will be relevant later. So, what do they call these games then? Well, it's complicated. The most often used term for these games in Japanese is simply adventure game. Now, in English, I think we see the term adventure game and think of something similar to action adventure, like Zelda, where you freely walk around. But on both sides, this actually has its root in retro games, like very old retro games. Back in the 90s, in English actually, we had the term point-and-click adventure game for this. Japanese simply use adventure game for these. And actually, a lot of games in the early 90s in Japan, which look very similar to visual novels, had some elements of walking around, but in a point-and-click fashion. So I think we can find a similar term used for both games at this point. Another term is, erogame. Yes, for all of them, even the ones without not safe for work scenes. Hear me out. A very large majority of Japanese visual novel games, especially back in the heyday, have ero elements. I mean, honestly, you can probably count on one hand exactly how many popular visual novels of the era have 0 scenes. So they were generally all just called erogame. Generally. And this term would become a little unnecessarily broad, but anyways. Let's go look up some popular games we call visual novels that have no ero elements, starting with... well, let's say Umineko no Nakokoro ni. Okay, real talk, I adore the heck out of this series. I read it with the English patch and it dominated my life for several months. For ages I used to listen to this game's music while working. From what I understand, this may actually have a larger fan base overseas than in Japan. I also had a funny conversation with this once, where someone in Latin America told me that it was particularly popular there because it reminded them of telenovelas a lot because of the whole drama surrounding financial family inheritance. Man, I love this series. So, about this game, with 0 not safe for work elements, and also 0 dialogue selection options, what's this game called in Japan? Well, 2 different things. First, vndb.org is a very popular website. This is our go-to website for visual novels in English. The closest equivalent to this in Japanese is aerogamescape.dynds.org. And yeah, the name is literally Aerogamescape, but you know what? Umineko is in fact there. It shows Hiju Hachikin on it, which means not safe for work, so it's the exception to the rule. Well, sorta, but not entirely. So the second thing is, Ryukishi 7 calls his own games sound novels, and maybe you've been curious about this before, but there's actually a history to this term. Chunsoft, which is a name you might recognize as Spike Chunsoft, a post-merger company name who made Danganronpa. So just like how Leaf described a subset of their games as visual novels, Chunsoft pre-merger described a subset of their games as sound novels. There were a lot of fairly legendary games in Japan at the time made by this company. Probably even more popular than those under the visual novel series, honestly. Kamaitachi no Yoru was printed a lot. I've seen it sold even in American retro game stores, and I've seen it streamed by Japanese retro game VTubers every once in a while. Hololife's Korone, Subaru, Mio, Koyori have all streamed it, as well as Holostar's Astel or Nijisanji Shina, but the games are never translated. Anyways, sound novel, much like visual novel, as far as Japan is concerned, is not an actual genre name, just a made-up term to market a few games. According to the Japanese Wikipedia page, a decent amount of games have identified themselves as sound novels after the fact, even though nobody chose to describe their games as visual novels. I don't know in particular why Ryukishi chose to also call his games sound novels, but they are often called Sentakushi no nai sound noberu, or sound novels without dialogue choices. This is in Japanese exactly as wordy as it sounds in English. It's not suitable for a genre name. However, I found it interesting that there were actually a number of Google searches I picked up with this exact phrase. Searching specifically for this name, there's others I know of who also describe themselves similarly. True Remembrance was one such game. I actually did read this, remember? In English VN communities, I've actually seen the term kinetic novel come up to describe visual novels without dialogue choices. Kinetic novel? Hey, that term sounds kinda catchy. Hold on. No, wait. That's impossible! Oh, come on! Yep. This is also a term created by a single company to describe a subset of its games. However, this isn't too far-fetched. Key describes these as 純粋なストーリーを動的な演出で楽しむエンターテインメント作品です。Games with purely a focus on story and entertainment, with its main example being Planetarian. And if you check Planetarian's VNDB page, yeah, it's given the same label. So this is also one of those terms where we see a case of it applying to a specific example from the outside and attempting to apply it to other games with a similar pattern. Anyways, I think this deviation is actually really interesting. While writing this, I also learned about the origin of the term city pop. See, I actually figured it wasn't a Japanese original term. I searched up the term's origins and, yep, sure enough, it was also a marketing term for just a few artists. Now in English, we just use this for anything and everything that came out in Japan in the 80s just about. I guess this kind of phenomenon happens a lot. Anyways, I hope this was at least interesting or enlightening. Hopefully it was at least interesting. I feel like it can be kind of sad that the terms we've come to know and grow up with are not actually used in the same way by the people who came up with the concepts, but hopefully it was at least educational for you. This will be the first of hopefully many in my series of videos that hopefully exist to teach people about some tricky words that don't translate one-to-one between Japanese and English. Anyways, thank you for watching until the end of this. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye!